Hey guys, how we doing? I'm in a good place. Look at this. Look at this. By the beach on a Saturday with the dog. Just been thinking about health in general, and I thought it'd be interesting to kind of sum up the changes or the evolution in my understanding of health this year, because it has all been mixed up. But I think I can kind of make sense of it. So bear with me a little bit. I'll try and keep it brief as well. So first principle is that to live in balance is your birthright. It's completely natural. It's your design. There's a million things that can go on in your body that keep you constantly working backwards and forwards, from the cell membranes to every organ, every bit of tissue, trying to keep itself in balance. And that's what health is. Health is homeostasis, which means that you are maintaining the tension correctly. And everything's constantly working towards that, right? Now, these days, a lot of us are falling out of health, which means out of balance, dis-ease, out of homeostasis. And that is wrong from a design point of view. However you think you were designed, whether it's random chance or, God or aliens, don't care. Our design is the way that it is. And yeah, there are small differences between humans. Now, what is it that knocks us out of balance? Well, there's a shitload of different things. But the way that I'm kind of seeing it now is there are things that help and there are things that hinder, right? There are things that we need and there are things that we don't because they're unhelpful. Now, let's talk about just diet and nutrition briefly. Nutrition applies in both areas because you can eat the things that you need, i.e. essential nutrients, essential fatty acids, essential amino acids, and the various micronutrients and water, and you get your energy from your macronutrients, right? Which doesn't include carbs. Carbs are not essential. Your body needs a very small amount, about 3 to 4 grams of glucose in your entire bloodstream, and your liver can make that by breaking down fats and or proteins. That's just the way it is. So you can get the things that you need, and Weston Price showed that when people weren't getting, in particular, the fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, and K. There is a fourth one, vitamin E, that is available in like wheat germ oil and stuff like that. But on the whole, A, D, E, and K really aren't available or present in any fats in the animal kingdom. And they can only come in fats. They are the fat-soluble vitamins. So they're very important. Now, Weston Price showed that if you don't get those, that you get a bunch of chronic diseases, like tuberculosis and a range of stuff that he went all around the world. He looked at over 100, I think, different communities and was able to see the difference between them living on their traditional diets, which is still post-agricultural in a lot of ways, in a lot of places, not everywhere, and the imported Western low-grade row crop crap, which is what most of our food is based on today. About 70% of what people eat in the Western world is now ultra-processed food, which is made from wheat, corn, soy, seed oils, and sugar on the whole, and therefore has almost no nutritional value whatsoever. Okay, so things that you need, things that you don't. So just picture it kind of like a balance. There are acute toxins that you really don't need. There are chronic toxins that you really don't need that build up over time. A lot of these are in plants as well. Right? It's just a statement of fact. You don't get them in meat because an animal that eats plants knows how to clean out the toxins and metabolize them away or excrete them, and they don't bother storing them in their own body fat or in their muscle tissue or their organs. Why would you? That's just silly. It's actually very hard to eat plants. It takes a lot of practice over a long period of time. You have to co-evolve with the plants. Okay, anyway, so you've got nutrition, you've got toxins. There's a lot of environmental toxins around in the world today. So things that you just don't need. So think of it as like your body getting what it needs, or your body getting insults that it has to deal with, right? And here's the thing. We can deal with insults. You can deal with gorging yourself on fruit one day, in the summer, because it helps you store fat for the winter, right? You can deal with a case of poisoning as long as it doesn't kill you. Your body has the ability to excrete, for example, 200 milligrams of oxalate per day. Right? Now, the average person's eating 300 milligrams of oxalate per day because they're eating leaves and stuff which are not natural and we're not meant to do it. And there's no indigenous tribes that eat leaves. Look around you, it's common sense. So things that hurt, things that hinder, things that harm us. Right? It's just a balance. Now, if you've got enough of what you need, right, to deal with all the stuff that's going in the what you don't need bucket, job's done. You're in homeostasis. Health, it's that simple. Really. And then it gets multi-layered. Because it's not just about nutrition and toxins, but there's other things as well. Like, say, for example, nervous system regulation is the key one. That's the big deal breaker for me this year, because looking around, some people trying strict carnivore for a year and don't see the change. Well, here's the thing. One thing that you need enough of, right, is time with the parasympathetic nervous system dominance, right? If your parasympathetic nervous system, sorry, can you get by? Yeah. If your sympathetic nervous system is in charge, what we call fight or flight mode, then you can't be in deep healing. It's that simple. So ancestrally, we would have been in the parasympathetic dominance for 3/4 of our lives, right? When you're not hunting or in a dangerous situation or a risky situation, then you'd be healing, building, right? So that's absolutely key. So, and beyond nutrition and stuff, you've got nervous system regulation. And then, and that's where fix comes in. And if you don't know about it, and if you're sick, for goodness sake, please drop me a message. Just put more in the comments, and I will send you the information that tells you exactly what it is, how it works. Discovered in the 1950s, triggers your body, tells your body that it is safe to heal, and puts it into the parasympathetic nervous state, right? And this works amazingly for a lot of people who are sick. It also works for people who aren't sick and can help you not to be sick in the future. Because I don't have a chronic condition right now, but I'm taking it twice a day. Anyway, so there are some people who don't heal by fixing their nutrition. They can do it perfectly and they don't heal. Why? Because they're in chronic stress. They're in chronic stress, they're locked into fight or flight, so their body's not getting time to heal. They've got all the materials there. All the materials are already lined up, and nobody's turning up to do the work, to do the repair and maintenance work. Thank you for that. That was lovely, right? And then, so what I'm noticing is about 1 in 3 people get instant results by taking the matured hops extract that is fixed. Another 1 out of 3 seem to see results happen in a few weeks because, for whatever reason, because your body knows exactly what it's doing and how to heal itself, right? And then another 1 in 3 could take it for 2 months, 3 months, and still say, I'm not seeing the change. Now, why could that be? Well, I'm going to speculate. And one thing is that I believe is true is that there are other layers. It's like you need to remove the things that you don't need. You need to put in all the things that you do. Yes, you need to put in the nutrition. Yes, you can make yourself sick by eating the wrong food. But there are other things as well, and there is definitely an emotional, psychological, spiritual angle to all of this as well. You've got to want to heal, and you've got to believe that you can heal as well. Yeah, Toscum. Yeah, you've got to believe that you can heal. Got to have faith. So that's where I'm at right now. So I know I've been rambling on for 10 minutes, but I hope it's useful for a few of you guys out there. It's actually a lot simpler. It's very, very simple, and it's very, very complex at the same time. So on that bombshell, we'll leave it there. Yeah, if you want to know more about the miracle drops, the matured hops extract, just drop more in the comments. I'd be very, very happy to let you know. It's only been on the market for a year, changing lives all around the world. If you haven't tried it, try it. See you later.